Oh, guys, sorry I'm late. You don't care, so I'm not gonna talk about it. So you remember the last episode that I talked about USSR and its history in fucking World War II. So we're gonna get to the next part, I guess, the aftermath of it, because it's important if we want to next move on. Yeah. So Joseph Stalin, Harry Truman, the president of the USA, and Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister of UK, had a meeting and went something like this. Oh, mate, we basically, me and Truman have decided that we're gonna split Europe in half, and you're gonna take the eastern side and do democratic selections there, and we're gonna take the western side and stuff like that, mate. Go it? Yes. Democratic elections, of course. Communism in every country in Eastern Europe. Yes. And we're gonna split Germany too, right? And now, please, Sanya Stratia are gonna become democratically communist. Very democratically. Sign it, or I'm gonna put Germany on you. Yes, very good. And so he created his own puppet states in Eastern Europe, which were Eastern Germany, Poland, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Romania, and Bulgaria, which most of these countries still exist till this day, except Czechoslovakia and Eastern Germany. Yep, those are gone, basically. Yep. And basically, the communists were very separated from the rest of the world, which Winston Churchill called this as an iron curtain, because the communists were close-minded and weren't allowing anyone that isn't from a communist country to come in their part of Europe. So it makes sense why he called it an iron curtain. Very smart idea of name, honestly. I might Truman, I don't know this guy's story. I think he's a dictator. I mean, very obviously he's a dictator. I don't know what to tell you, I don't like it. Yes, indeed, my friend, my British friend. I certainly agree with you. And that's why I'm gonna take matters in my own hands and announce my people. Citizens of the United States, I declare that communism sucks and you should stay away from communism and the United States of Soviets or something. I forgot how it's called. I'm American. Oh, and stay away from Stalin. He bad boy. He not good. He atheist. Yeah, stay away from him because he's an atheist. Yeah, communism sucks. Oh boy, Americans. You just create the war without any declarations. Blyat. And so it started. The Cold War. Blyat. After the war, cities were very poor and buildings were destroyed. People were hungrier and hungrier. By day and day, it wasn't a good place to live in, obviously. I'm hungry. I want some food. Блядь, trader! You're a trader. You should not care for food. Блядь, you know you should share your food with everybody in the country. It doesn't matter if you're hungry. And if you're hungry, you just go to someone and beg for food. Блядь, fucking the capitalist pig. Блядь, сука, блядь. Иди нахуй, блядь, иди нахуй, блядь. Кретинов, блядь. Oh, and also Ukraine started its own movements for freedom because they were hungry as fuck. Yeah, there was also the Great Hunger of Ukraine, which yeah, let's get into it. more and stuff. And the US, because they were dumb, they obviously had their money and given to Western Europe so they can have some war aid, so they can pay for the reparations in their own cities and countries and stuff like that, so they can get up on their feet. And that's why Western Europe is still good till this day and Eastern Europe is not, because they were helped by the US. Hey Poland, do you want some economic aid too? Блять, kurwa blać. Poland doesn't want anything from you, capitalist, I spit on you. Блять, 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 I spit on you again. Блять, блять. Spit on you thrice. Price, блять, блять, блять. Раз, два, три, блять. 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 And of course the Soviet Union tried their own thing with economic aid, but they had lesser money and stuff like that. So yeah, it didn't help with anything basically. Isn't that I not that much money? I mean, you could give us more money. I'm just saying that it will be better if you will give us more money and not keep all that money to yourself. I'm just saying we need more than that to even live our normal lives, which I guess you can't give. Shut up, you capitalist pig! I spit on you. Блять, блять, I speak on you twice. Блять, 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 I speak on you thrice. Блять, 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 I speak on you four times. Блять, 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 I speak on you five times. Блять, 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 блять. Oh, and also the Berlin was split in half, and people basically could go from a side to another. Was like Berlin was never split in half, and of course a lot of people will live their day-to-day life in Western Europe and then go back to their house that is in Eastern Europe because they weren't dumb basically. Yeah, and started because he didn't want it to see the people of Eastern Europe how better they do in Western Europe. He basically made a blockade in the three main highways which the United States and UK would transport the supplies to Western Berlin, but they just started to get the supplies inside the Western Berlin with planes by flights. So yeah, Stalin's plan wasn't that good, and later on, a bit later, he just unblocked the highways because it had no logic to do that. So yeah. Oh, and the United States also developed the first A-bomb, and so Stalin, just like the idiot he is, he just said, "What with the United States is inevitable." Blech. Oh, and also USA's great friend China is now communist, which, yes, China and the US used to be great friends until it became communist, obviously. Oh, and also they just decided, the Soviet Union and the US, that they just split in half a peninsula, an Asian country that is old as heck, just to split it into communism in the north and capitalism in the south, and with both having ruthless dictators that all want to unify the nation under their rule and stuff like that. Northern Korea pushed back the Southern Korea and took Seoul, but then they just called nature for help because they are pussies and blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. We doesn't care. Yes, I said we doesn't care. Indeed, we doesn't care. Blah blah blah. Oh, and now the president of the United States is Dwight David Eisenhower because they wanted a better president. Yeah. Oh, and also Stalin died in 1953, and the Soviets got a new big leader, which was Nikita Khrushchev. Nikita Khrushchev was an anti-Stalin guy, and when he came to power, he said this basically: people of the Soviet nation, I want to announce that you are brilliant, you are fucking idiots. How did you not see that Stalin was an idiot and a psychopath? All along, he was a fucking psychopath. He created gulags, which killed thousands of people, even though I still use gulags, it doesn't matter. He killed people out of his reason, out of his psychopathy, and he said, I needed to tell you this, and you didn't saw this with your own eyes, you fucking brainless. You fucking idiots. How am I the leader of this idiot country? What the fuck? No, and also he renamed Stalingrad into Volgograd, and also he taken down all the statues of Stalin in the cities of the Soviet Union, and wanted people to be happy, but in his way, kind of happy, which meant to no Western culture, no abstract paintings, no abstract art in general, basically things that were of Western culture. So yeah, people weren't that happy obviously, but he wanted people to be happy with that Western culture basically. That's what he wanted. Oh yeah, and at this time people started confusing the meaning of the word communist, and basically the word communist had the meaning to Americans had the meaning that communism is what they don't like, because Americans are very stupid. No offense, Americans out there, but you know it's true. You know it's true. Even though I know there are smart Americans out there, but you know yourself, most of your population are Karens and the Florida men. Or at least it shows on the internet, so yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, and the United States started spying planes on top of the Soviet Union to spy them until they caught them spying. What is this? It's Francis. You fucking idiot. It has your flag on the spying plane. Oh yeah, and also the Soviet Union was advanced in terms of technology and military stuff at the time in front of the United States. Basically, they launched the Sputnik, the first satellite into space, and also they launched the first human into space. Isn't that cool? And they had bigger and stronger military force and rockets than the US. So they were basically the Chads at this point, and we're better than the United States at this moment in time. And that's the end of part 3. See you in the next video, my dude.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't really understand, but I fell down this hill. Now I got glue on my hands and I got records on my fingers. Records on my fingers, I got records on my fingers, and I just can't stop.